Today, I received a question from one sister. And the question, she said, how do I get the beautiful quality of Abu Darda radiallahu anhu or Abu Dhar radiallahu anhu, Abu Dhar Al-Ghifaariy? How I can get this quality? The truthfulness of his faith, as well as his beautiful tongue, and he avoiding any other way otherwise. How we do that? أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Let's go step by step and hopefully we answer inshallah. When you remember when they went to the mother of Abu Dhar radiallahu anhu and they asked her, what is the quality of Abu Dhar radiallahu anhu? Long silent, dhikrullah, and always thinking about what? Allah Jalla Jalaluhu and Akhirah. And Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam advised him in a time of fitna, put your tongue inside your mouth and get away from fitna. Okay, I'm just summarize it quick. Let me share with you something today is very scary. Very scary. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He make us, against us is haram. Meaning, if I open my mouth or I'm dealing with you in any way, causing you to have mischief or some bad feeling between others, is haram. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in Surah Al-Ma'idah, chapter Al-Ma'idah, verse 91. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He warning us, إِنَّمَا يُرِيدُ الشَّيْطَانُ أَنْ يُوقَعَ بَيْنَكُمُ الْعَدَاوَةَ وَالْبَغْضَاءَ. Shaitan, he wants you to fall in the net of adawa, to be angry and enemy of each other, wal-baghdha, and becoming dislike each other, and even in the alcohol and the gambling, وَيَصُدُّكُمْ عَنْ ذِكْرِ اللَّهِ, and he make you far away from remembering Allah. وَعَنِ الصَّلَاةِ فَهَلْ أَنْتُمْ مُنْتَهُونَ, are you going to stop it? And in Al Imran, verse 103, and remember the gift of Allah over you. You remember when you were enemy of each other, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala unite between your heart, and you become a beautiful brother for sabilillah. And also Surah Al-Anfal 62-63, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He talked to Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam. He's the one, He give you victory, you and the believer. And He unite between all your heart. If you spend all the money to unite the heart, you will never do. But Allah did it. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make the walking between each other with bad talk, غيبة, namima, even if it's true, is haram. And this Surah An-Nisa, chapter An-Nisa, verse 114, write it down, and Al-Hujurat, chapter Al-Hujurat, verse 9, and Al-Anfal, verse 1. And the bottom line, the mu'min should always walk with the intention to spread goodness. And the zalim, the one among the people of Jahannam, the one who walk to generate fitna. And this why Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam, he warned us. He said, لَعَنَ اللَّهُ أَهْدَلَكَ لعن الله موقظ الفتنة. Allah curses those who wake up the fitna. By the way, in many places, we doing it inside the home. We do it inside the home. You find a person inside the home acting like fire, generating fitna between the member of the family. If you doing that, have now the news. You are among the people of Jahannam. Even if you pray, even if you do Hajj, even if you do anything. Hello, certain people in this room, you hear me? I'm not kidding. If you want to know you are the people of Jannah or Jahannam, very simple. Find out what you're spreading and what you're causing. If you enter the room, if people come closer to you, is this people coming closer to Allah? Are you spreading harmony and calmness and peace and tranquility? Or you're spreading mischief and he said and she said and you're gonna sleep until you make drama and fire all over? Listen to this hadith of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam. This hadith, believe it or not, one of the hadith changing my life. This hadith, one of the hadiths changing my whole life completely. I will explain to you why. And this hadith you find it in Imam Ahmed wa Abu Dawood wa Tirmidhi. Located in Imam Ahmed wa Abu Dawood wa Tirmidhi من حديث أبو الدرداء رضي الله عنه عن النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم. What he said, ألا أخبركم بأفضل من درجة الصلاة والصيام والصدقة. قالوا بلى يا رسول الله. قال صلاح ذات البين فإن فساد ذات البين هي الحالقة. What it means? Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam one time he said, can I lead you to a good deed? To the best and highest level of good deed is higher than salah, fasting and charity. Higher than salah, fasting and charity. They said, what is that, Ya Rasulullah? He said, Salahu that al-bayn. What it means? To generate calmness and harmony and unity between people. Meaning every time you talk to people, member of the family, relative, neighbor, whatever, you make the heart united. For example, you came to me and you tell me, my husband did, and now I meet your husband. Now my husband tell me, did my wife tell you anything? I said, yes. What she tell you? Oh, she tell me you are the best man in earth, you are the most beautiful man, and she really make dua for you. Do I say any word about what you said? I can't. Even if it's 100% true, I can't. What happened if I did? I become cursed by Allah. Hello. Even if it's 100% true. Why? Because some people said, oh, I have to say the truth. Truth what? You are now a tool of shaitan. You are now the soldier of shaitan. Shaitan using you because he's spreading mischief. A Muslim do not spread mischief at all. By this way, the Muslim make up between people, unite between people, generate peace and harmony between people. I will explain to you something so beautiful right now. And after that, the following sentence of the hadith, فَإِنَّ فَسَادَ ذَاتِ الْبَيْنِ هِيَ الْحَالِقَةِ. Because the animosity and the mischief between people, هِيَ الْحَالِقَةِ. He did like this. The scholar debate. Al-Haliqa also is a shaver. It shave all your good deed. For example, you did good deed, you did charity, you did this, you did this, you did this. And today evening, you meet somebody who's a member of the family. Do. One sentence. All your good deed is gone, and you're smiling. All your good deed is gone, and all his bad deed or her bad deed, you receive it. And you lie down now at night, and you be cursed by Allah, cursed by angel. Is this laughing? Is this not scary? By the way, something really scary. Do you know what meaning cursed by Allah? If a person gets cursed by Allah, he will never smell Jannah. And he will never have tawbah. There's no tawbah for the person. And the rahmah of Allah, he will not receive it because he's cursed. Is big difference between sins and major sins and the curse of Allah. Is a small topic now? And if you ask me today, and Rasulullah warned about that, he said, my ummah will get the disease of all nations. They said, Ya Rasulullah, what is the disease of all nations? He said, hasad. Hasad, and what we're talking about is to walk with ghaiba and namima and this and that and making mischief. This is a disease of all the nation before us. And this would destroy anybody, iman and journey and a relationship with Allah, and it can reach the level of the curse of Allah. And if the person gets cursed by Allah, Allah will never look at you. And no tawbah, no door of rahmah, finished. And this is why sometimes you meet the people like that, and they pray, they fasting, they do good deed, and they do this, but you look at their faces, it's dark. You cannot get closer to them. And like I tell you, please be careful. And once you are in any environment, you become like shaitan. How many people go to a family and they said so-and-so is shaitan? Every time she comes, she's causing mischief. Every time she opens her mouth, she's causing mischief between the family. At this time, who are you? You are a shaitan. If you reach this level, meaning you are cursed by Allah, wal-'iyadhu billah. Finished. Is this small topic? Is big difference between sins, major sins, and cursed by Allah. If you commit sins, you have tawbah and maghfirah. You commit major sins, you have tawbah and maghfirah. But if you be cursed, finished. Finished. And Allah hates it most. This is why Allah curses a person. Because Allah curses a person not who commits sins, the one who is spreading mischief and sins. What do you think now? And you want after that to be good? And this is why Abu Darda radiallahu anhu and Abu Dhar radiallahu anhu, what if the main qualities he have? You remember? Silent. And zikrullah. If you have silent and zikrullah, when you open your mouth for sabilillah. You open your mouth to bring goodness to Allah. You open your mouth because you want to get closer to Allah. Now you ask yourself, do you want to be beloved to Allah? Or hated by Allah? Or cursed by Allah? And after that, let's go back to the question of the sister. The one she said, how come Abu Dhar radiallahu anhu, he reached this level of faith? Do you think now if I have even a dot of faith, I enter my house and causing mischief? Can I? If I have a dot of iman, and my mother-in-law or somebody-in-law or somebody of the neighbor come, I hear, I said, forgive me. I can't. I can't. Forgive me. Can I be shy of them? Can I? Tell me, can I be shy of them? If I be shy of them, meaning I'm not shy from Allah. Meaning I put them above Allah. I'm finished. I'm finished. I'm already finished at this moment. How many times we hear this sentence? What do you want me to do? So and so tell me. Meaning so and so Akbar, not Allahu Akbar. Where it coming from? Because my heart is sick. I'm not clean. My face is not there. Meaning I'm Abdul Shaitan. I'm not Abdullah. I'm obeying Shaitan. I worship Shaitan. And Shaitan after that, he tell me go make salah. Because he laugh at me. Because my salah is no salah. Allah is not looking at me. Allah cursing me. Allah hit me. I say one of the signs, before salah, I'm spreading mischief. After salah, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Did you hear? La hawla wa la quwwata illa billah. How come you are in a meeting of Allah and you're spreading mischief? How? How you can be going to salah and spreading mischief? And how you be coming from salah and you're spreading mischief? How? That's why Shaitan play a game with you. Now this talk I'm going to start now is not for anyone. This for people who really have Islam. Really. And today people who have Islam is very few. Very few. It doesn't matter how big your beard or hijab or niqab. Islam is devotion and surrender to the will of Allah. And if I am devoted and surrender to Allah, my tongue will not be like that, open field. You know, talk about anybody from anything, anywhere, and my ear and my heart, and I go back and forth. No. No way. No way. Not even for a minute. I'm not talking about the few hours daily or 3 hours daily. No way. No way. Because the mu'min, كما قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم, من كان منكم يؤمن بالله واليوم الآخر, whoever believe in Allah and the hereafter, فليقل خيرا أو ليصمت. Say goodness or be quiet. By this way, the parameter and the main concepts. If my mouth open, spread goodness, say it. If my mouth open and generate mischief and nonsense and people fitna, be quiet. Be quiet. Or dig a hole and bury yourself alive. Will be better for you. Because if you understand one of the sins, what it will do, later on when the time come about Ramadan, one of the sins can make you lose the whole Ramadan. The whole Ramadan is gone. Just by talking like that, you lose Ramadan. Finished. No Ramadan, no Salah, no Zakah. All your good deed is rejected, or the other person take it and you take all his bad deed or bad deed. If you really building palaces in Jahannam, keep going. If you really love the hellfire, keep going. And just open the stove, put your finger, and cook your finger or your hand for half an hour. If you can take it, keep going. I'm not kidding. The topic is very big. And we take it very slightly. And this is a sign of the death of Iman. Not lack of Iman or weak Iman, death of Iman. Because if your Iman is still alive a little bit, you will be very careful about what you're saying, to whom you're saying, what you're hearing, to whom you're hearing, and what you're generating by your own presence. Again, be careful. I'm going to repeat it one more time. If you want to know if you are a Muslim, people of Rahmah, or hated by Allah or cursed by Allah. See what you're spreading, and you're present in any time, what it do. What it do to you, what it do to other. If you belong to Allah, you make people close to Allah, and you remind people by Allah, and you stop any mischief. And you will not be a part of any mischief. And this brings me to something in my heart. I will share it for you for Sabilillah. When I heard this hadith, and many ahadith in this topic, something came in my heart. When you study, if you heard about two people, husband and wife, brother and sister, neighbors, and they have big problem with each other, and Allah help you to unite between both of them, do you know what will happen? Allah will love you. And there's a lot of reward for the people who bringing people together. Listen to this carefully now. Imagine if a husband and wife, brother and sister, member of the family, they dislike each other or they have big problem with each other, and you cause them to diffuse the situation and unite between both of them, you become beloved to Allah. Now let me tell you something higher than that. What about if the person far away from Allah and he has a broken relationship with Allah, and you're helping the person to establish relationship between them and Allah? How Allah will love you? What do you think? Huh? By this way, ask yourself, what I'm spreading? My present, what I'm spreading? My ear, what is spreading? My tongue, what is spreading? In my heart, what is spreading? You heard so and so, one divorce so and so. What do you want? And the mu'min, the Muslim, I call it the peace bird, the one who spread peace and tranquility between everybody, the one who spread rahmah by your tongue, by your ear, by your presence, by your manner, by your conduct, by everything. Don't forget that. Now, this was a preparation for the question of the sister. She said, how I reach what Abu Dhar radiallahu anhu or Abu Dhar reach? Number one, silent. These people, when you look at them, they never engage in what we engage with. Never. By hearing or by talking. They guard their faculty. If you guard your faculty, what are you doing? You worry about what you're saying, you worry about what you're hearing, you worry about what you're doing, and you calculate your word to make sure where it's going. Let me take you today, if the time accepts, to show you something happened very, very, very powerful. Something happened between Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam and Abu Dhar radiallahu anhu. Abu Dhar radiallahu anhu, one time, he said, Ya Rasulullah, ما كانت صحف إبراهيم? The paper of Ibrahim, what it was? He said, Ya Abu Dhar, it was example. And he gave him, O the king, the oppressor, the arrogant, Allah did not send you to gather the dunya, some over some, but I send you to take care about the oppressed one and to care about the needy and whoever call it, because I accept the oppressed dua from anyone, even from kafir. And if you have intellect and you have a brain, you have to have some hours. 1 hour, you talk to Allah, you talk to your Lord, and you do zikr. And 1 hour, you investigate about yourself and do justice to yourself and scale what you're doing to yourself, meaning try to analyze what I'm doing, what I'm saying. And 1 hour, you think, and you contemplate over the creation of Allah and the wisdom of Allah. And 1 hour, you spend it to take care about your necessity. And again, he replied after that, and if you are one of the people of intellect, you have to be always engaged in 3. You have to be always engaged in 3. What is the first one? To prepare for the meeting of Allah. Number 1, to prepare for the meeting of Allah. Second, to take care about the needy and the need of your life. And number 3, to have a pleasure for no haram. And also, if you have intellect, you have to be aware of your time. And you have to be hurry doing what has to be done. And you have to be closing your mouth and put your tongue inside. And guard what you say. And whoever scale and guard, his tongue, his wording will be minimum, except of benefit. And he will not talk about something is not belong to him. Abu Dhar radiallahu anhu, he said, Ya Rasulullah, what about the word has been written and given to Musa alayhi salam? He said it was always a wisdom. And listen to the wisdom in the paper of Musa alayhi salam. He said, تعجبت لمن أيقن بالموت ثم هو يفرح. I'm surprised about a person, he going to die and he's still happy. And I'm surprised about a person, he might be ended in Jahannam, hellfire, and he's still laughing. I see it a lot. People can be engaged in the hellfire group and they're laughing about it. This is really scary. And I'm really surprised about the one who believe in the qadar and he worry about the future. And I'm surprised about the one, he see dunya and what it do to every day to its own people. And still, we are comfort of our dunya. And I'm surprised about the one who know he's going to stand in the front of Allah tomorrow and he's not making an effort. I said, Ya Rasulullah, give me something. give me a will. He said, I advise you with taqwa Allah, to fear Allah. It is the head of all the goodness. I said, Ya Rasulullah, give me more. He said, recite Quran day and night. It is nur, light in the earth and elevation in the sky. Said, Ya Rasulullah, give me more. He said, be careful of laughing too much, because laughing too much, it kills the heart and it takes the light of the face. I said, Ya Rasulullah, give me more. He said, to be for Sabilillah and elevate the deen of Allah, because this is the goal of my ummah and the highest level of my ummah. I said, Ya Rasulullah, give me more. He said, Ya Abu Dhar, love the orphan and sit with them. Love the weak and poor and sit with them. I said, Ya Rasulullah, give me more. He said, look to whom underneath you and don't look to whom above you. And otherwise, you will never thank Allah for His bounty to you. I said, Ya Rasulullah, give me more. He said, say the truth, even if it's sour. I said, Ya Rasulullah, give me more. He said, leave what people is doing and be busy with what you find in yourself, because nobody is missing from bad habit. And don't look for what they're doing and forget what you're doing. And the most bad habit is to you talk about the bad habit of people and you forget your own bad habit. And you look to their mistake and you do not look to your mistake. And after that, he took his hand, Rasulullah sallallahu, and he hit me in my chest. And he said, Ya Abu Dhar, no brain and no intellect like the one who do tadabbur, the one who do, thinking about Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And no wara, no good manner, more than being calm and be quiet and get away from the mischief of other. And no name above the one who has a good manner. Meaning the ultimate name you can receive when you have a good manner. Abu Dhar radiallahu anhu, he was famous. He did that many times with Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam. And Abu Dhar radiallahu anhu, he said one time, he was sitting with Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam, and he told him, Ya Abu Dhar, sit 6 days, and after that, think about what I said. When the 7th day arrived, he said to him, Ya Abu Dhar, I give you a will to fear Allah in the seen and unseen. And if you're planning to be upset with somebody, do the best to do goodness. Meaning what? Even in a time of anger or upset, do your best to leave goodness. And don't ask anyone anything. Meaning don't ask for anything from anyone. And don't take an amana from anyone. Meaning don't ask for a trust somebody give you a trust and you will be questioned about it. Again, Abu Dhar radiallahu anhu, he said, أوصاني خليلي صلى الله عليه وسلم بسبع. Abu Dhar radiallahu anhu, Rasulullah gave him 7 wasiyah, 7 will. Number 1, to get closer to the humble people, get closer to the good people, get closer to the weak and poor people, and get closer to them. And to look to whom underneath me, and don't look to whom above me. And to be united with my family, even if they're not good to me. And increase لا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم. And to say the goodness or to be quiet. And I do not fear for Allah anything, meaning to say the truth the way it is. And do not ask people anything. Another one, Abu Dhar radiallahu anhu said to Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam, visit the grave because it will remind you by akhirah. And wash the dead people because washing the dead people is a great wisdom in it. And pray over the dead body, meaning janazah. Maybe this will make you sad and broken. And the sad and broken one, he's belong to the rahmah of Allah. And Allah shower him with all the goodness. When you look, what's happening today? We get comfort of dunya, we want the dunya, we accumulate dunya, we do hasad about dunya, we look to other, we look to the mistake of other, we look, Ya Allah, is the opposite of all the advice we heard. And let me show you one more. I love it so much. Again, Abu Dhar radiallahu anhu, he said, أوصاني خليلي. Rasulullah sallam, he tell him, Ya Abu Dhar, I love you. And take this 4 words from me. And Abu Dhar radiallahu anhu, he said, this 4 words, it used to be beloved to me more than the whole dunya and what it contained. What is that? He said, Ya Abu Dhar, احكم السفينة فإن البحر عميق. Hold tight with your boat because the sea is deep. واستكثر الذاد فإن السفر طويل. And prepare for your trip because the trip is very long. وخفف ظهرك فإن العقبة كؤود. And don't carry too much over your back because the ending is so severe. وأخلص العمل فإن الناقد بصير. And be sincere to your deed because someone is watching over you. What it means? It means our life like a deep ocean. And he tell him, hold tight your boat, meaning stay straight in the road, it will save you. And have enough ammunition and food and needy because the trip is long, meaning the trip after life is long, meaning get the maximum of good deed, carry the maximum of good deed before the trip started and is very long. By this way, we can see who's Abu Dhar radiallahu anhu. And who is Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam? Imagine the Prophet and Messenger of Allah giving advice to one of the most beloved of the companion, and look to the advice. By this way, my message to all of us today, look who is your companion, what kind of advice you're receiving from him or her, and compare the advice of what we're talking about it today and the advice of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam to Abu Dhar. And remember, all this hadith start with wasiyah. Wasiyah meaning, give me a very important advice. Give me a very precise advice. Give me something to hold on. Give me a will. And when I was talking to you, believe it or not, I was thinking about it by myself. And I find out all the advice of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam today, if he tell us, we cannot handle it. We cannot handle it because full of dunya. That's it. That's it. And this is why every time I try to give da'wah to somebody about akhirah, they say, what do you want me to do? We have to live. We have to have dunya. It's almost like word dunya has to be repeated, word akhirah and death has to be diminished, which is the opposite of what Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam gave to Abu Dhar. My advice to you as a brother and sister in Islam and humanity, take this advice and remember, where are we going? Do we remember we're going to die? Are we prepared to meet our Lord, Allah Jalla Jalaluh? Are we prepared to take to our grave a useful luggage full of goodness? This advice to me first, and to you. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make us hear and read the advice of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam over and over again. And remember who is asking, who is answering, and who's Abu Dhar radiallahu anhu. Imagine. Believe me, when you listen to all the advice, is really Allahu Akbar. It's all about akhirah, akhirah, akhirah. And who Abu Dhar? Abu Dhar is the one people one time visited him. They find the house is empty, no furniture. And they ask him, Abu Dhar, where's your furniture? He said, I know the owner of the house will not allow me to live for a long time. And I move it to where I'm going to move. They said, where are you moving? He said, akhirah. I move my furniture in akhirah because I know the owner will not allow me to stay for too long. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala allow us to read about the companion of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam. And remember, there is the people Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam advise us to follow their footsteps. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in Quran advise us to follow the footsteps of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam. And Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam advise us to follow the word of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in Quran. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tell us, you're going to die and you're going to meet me. And there's only two places after death, either paradise or hellfire. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make us among the people of paradise, insha'Allah. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala allow us to have a good legacy before we die. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala allow us to use our time and resources, our love, our compassion, our money in a useful way, beloved to Allah wa Rasuluh, and to benefit mankind and Muslim, insha'Allah. Ameen, ameen ya Rabbil Alameen. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك. سبحانك رب العزة عما يصفون وسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين. والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. جزاكم الله كل خير.